How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. We all know how old most of the superstars in the NBA today are. Vince Carter's the oldest active player at 42 years old. Might as well play till he's 45 because he still got it. Isaac Bonga of the LA Lakers is the youngest player at 19. Jarrett Jackson Jr. and Kevin Knox are the second and third youngest guys. LeBron James is 34. Steph Curry will turn 31 in a couple weeks. Kawhi Leonard's 27, while Giannis is 24. But here are some of the players' ages we didn't know. Here are 10 NBA players older than we all expected. Let's start off with Kyle Korver, who's already 37, turning 38 on March 17. One of the few players remaining from the 2003 draft, he's 3 years older than Melo and a way more expendable player at this point of his career, still performing at a high level, coming off the bench for the Jazz, averaging over 9 points a game, attempting over 5 threes. I won't be surprised if Korver plays for even 3 more seasons. LaMarcus Aldridge, who's 33 and hasn't declined one bit, still an all-star, putting up 21 and 9 in less than 33 minutes of action. He's better this season than his first 2 with San Antonio. Came into the league in 2006 as the second overall pick and hasn't came off the bench since his rookie season. Kyle Lowry, still an all-star, the 6-foot point guard will turn 33 on March 25th. Already in his 13th season, who started his career with Memphis in 2006, didn't become an all-star until 2015. I expect the 5-time all-star to start declining next season. Aron Baynes. Many thought Baynes was probably in his mid to late 20s, but the 6'10 big man's already 32 years old. Now in his 7th season in the league, started his career with San Antonio when he was 26, has earned the recognition as a very solid role player in his 2nd season with the Celtics. Patty Mills, who's already in his 10th NBA season at 30 years old, continues to flourish as the backup point guard for San Antonio, has been with the Spurs since 2011. Hassan Whiteside, who fell off a little bit since he got his 4-year $98 million deal in the summer of 2016. At that time, it seemed like Whiteside was developing into one of the most promising centers in the game and will have plenty of time to get better. But he's already 29 years old, turning 30 this June. Whiteside was actually drafted in the 2nd round by the Kings back in 2010, was so bad his first 2 seasons, had to play overseas for 2 years before making his return to the NBA in the 2014-15 season with Miami. Robert Covington, who should be in the very prime of his career right now, already 28 years old, the 6'9 small forward has earned the recognition as one of the best perimeter defenders in the game, was undrafted out of Tennessee State, actually started his career with Houston when he was 23 in the 2013-14 season, after being waived was part of the tanking Sixers as one of the best players. Joe Harris made some noise during All-Star Weekend, winning the 3-point shootout. Before that, he was one of the most underrated 3-point shooters in the game, finally making a name for himself around the league. Harris is already 27 years old, has improved drastically, started his career with LeBron's Cavs in the 2014-15 season, was waived in 2016 by Cleveland and then Orlando, before signing with the Nets, has come a very long way over the last 5 years. Buddy Hield, making the case for most improved player in his 3rd season. You bet the Pelicans are shooting themselves in the foot for trading him. The 6'4 shooting guard's already 26 years old and should already enter the early stages of his prime. Came into the league at 23 after spending all 4 years at the University of Oklahoma. Malcolm Brogdon, who won Rookie of the Year in 2017 at 24 and a very good player for the Bucks in his 3rd season. Just like Hield, Brogdon also played 4 years in college, was former teammates with Joe Harris at the University of Virginia. That's why he's already 26 years old, will turn 27 in December. Honorable mentions includes Joe Ingles, who's already 31 in his 5th NBA season, was first cut by the LA Clippers in 2014 before Utah gave him an opportunity, having his first full season in 2014-15 as a 27-year-old, and JJ Redick, who's already 34, also having the best season of his career. Now for the players younger than expected. Ivica Zubac, who the Lakers traded to the Clippers before the deadline, showing glimpses of excellent potential when given the opportunity to play. Still developing at only 21 years old, he'll turn 22 March 18, averages 19 and 12 per 36 minutes. Noah Vonleh, who's already on his 4th different team, labeled as a bust and looking to redeem himself a little bit with the Knicks, Vonleh still has plenty of time to get better and still shockingly only 23 years old. Emmanuel Mudiay, who's in his 4th season, just like his current teammate Vonleh, Mudiay is also looking to turn his career around. Started at the point for 75% of his games this season, having the best year so far, averaging almost 15 a game. After also being labeled as a bust, he's still only 22 years old, will actually turn 23 tomorrow on March 5th, looking to earn a new contract after this season. Jusuf Nurkić, Viewed as a very good starting center who's only 24 years old, many don't talk about his age and how he can still get better and improve. Viewed as a more established product, he hasn't even reached his ceiling yet, and he's around the same age as Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, and Clint Capella. Bradley Beal, who seems to be in the NBA for a while now. The 6'5" shooting guard still only 25 years old, 3 full years younger than John Wall. Having the best season of his career, averaging nearly 26 a game, it seems like Beal would be in his prime or in his late 20s by now, but he's still only a couple years away and can even get better. Andre Drummond, who came into the league in 2012, just like Beal, Andre's 25 and seemed to be with the Detroit Pistons forever. Started his career at 19 and still remains the same player he was 3 years ago. Bismack Biyombo, who's been in the league since 2011, started out at 19. There were plenty of speculations coming into the NBA he might have been a couple years older than his listed age. Coming from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, known as nothing more than just an average role player, Biyombo's listed as only 26 years old right now. Signed a ridiculous 4-year $70 million contract with the Magic in summer of 2016. After having a couple good games in the playoff series against the Cavs, now he's in Charlotte playing less than 15 minutes a game. Serge Ibaka, another guy who had many rumors regarding his age discrepancy. The 6'10" power forward came into the league as a first-round pick in 2009, was a very athletic finisher and a great defensive anchor, but seemed to decline during his time with the Orlando Magic, but having a bounce-back year, averaging the most points of his career so far with the Toronto Raptors. Derrick Rose, after overcoming countless injuries, becoming the youngest MVP at age 22 in 2011. At the beginning of last season, Rose's NBA career was in jeopardy. Many thought he would retire, but he's still only 30 years old, resurrecting himself, playing his best basketball in a long time, and should have a couple solid seasons left as an impactful player if he stays healthy. Amir Johnson, who's been in the NBA since 2005 and still only 31 years old in his 14th season, got off to a slow start, only playing 11 total games his first 2 years, was with the G League most of that time, spent his first 4 seasons with the Pistons before being relevant with the Raptors, started at center for the 2017 Celtics, who made the conference finals, and now serves as the backup center for Philly. Honorable mentions include Steven Adams and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Adams, who many people probably think is older because of his facial hair, still only 25, and Kidd-Gilchrist, who's been labeled as a bust now in his 7th season with Charlotte, there's still a slight chance he can improve. Thank you so much for watching this video. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe for more content, more great stuff coming soon. I love all of you. See you next time.